Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
Ready, break.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 4. And now he'll tuck it and run.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on, set, 8, read. Get the ball. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th.
You got juice, son. 60 or. Mike 21, check Mike 21. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. The numbers for Green a week ago, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
He's going to look. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not.
Break. Mike 51, Mike 51. I got it. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
18,
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, they are able to get... Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Ready.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
90 Wolf. Ready.
Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and a big turnover. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, and a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably
looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals.
Finish strong. Yeah.
Tyler.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 50, Max 50. You better be afraid of me.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Green once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mixon will try the right side. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal team.
Down. 10-2 start. Check my 21. Quit talking about it. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Ready, ready. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Fight.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 90 Wolf. 51.
It's Mixon on the counter. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally, and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Let's go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
Tyler Eifert.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. 5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
50, plant.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. Steps away. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
10-2 stop.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Ready.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
90 Wolf.
He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd.
Set. 60 or.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Let's go, Cheetah!
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He opted to go with a scramble, gets... Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your child. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 81.
60 outlaw.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Ready.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the third in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough third and 5. Looking deep downfield. He's got it with the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is third and 10.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
Flipper. Let's go, let's bring it. Hey, lock it. Hit it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to Mixon on first down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on
Here we go. 8 read. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Big grip.
On play action, they'll throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The numbers for Eifert in that game last week, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Here we go.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
On the double. 52. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Double time.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler,
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, Bernard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
50, plant.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Let's make these babies proud.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
That one goes for 24 yards.
10 Lobo.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his big catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here we go. It's 90 Wolf. 57. Hey, come on, come on.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4. Hard to believe, but the regular season's starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night game of the year, Packers and Vikings from Minneapolis. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Check pass. Check pass.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
He'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown. Here we go. set. 18 Gator. 5.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big Tank Carradine with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That was really well done right there. That almost looked like a training camp drill. Able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice first down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2.
That's it, baby.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. The Bengals getting set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that.
Well, the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kyler Fackrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or...
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross.
Ready? Watch Mike. Me and you all day. I'm coming down.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They pick up 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On the give, this is their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Normally, when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready, set.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get it.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready, ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Check, check. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs. They're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. Start your week by installing your game plan.
I'm the coach. You're like...
Ready? 60 outlaw. Mike. Oh, you got deep? Go.
Back to throw now on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The numbers for Eifert in that game last week, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Check 53 is mine. I got it.
Out of the gun now on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Come on.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J.
Touchdown. Let's go. 90 Wolf.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
70, Indy.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's their...
Ready up. 53, check 53. Stay with your man. Go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Mike, number 53.
They'll look to throw. Going deep for Kenny Britt. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Open man is Uzomah. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. 13 games going on here this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jannard Avery gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. He may try and run for this. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
And an alley to run. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your right.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a lucky...
On the double. Let's go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second and 3. Throw left side, complete to Ross. 11 yards there, first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to grade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Going deep for Eifert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw the... Taking it right down Broadway. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 83.
Touchdown City, baby. Set, ready? 30 base. Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Who that? Who that? Right up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross.
Here we go, set, 70, Indy. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Come on, set, 15, Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Ross. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not...
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. On 3rd down, Mixon. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say... A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan.
The Super Bowl's over. The season's coming to a close. But before we usher you into the offseason, it's time for another edition of Believe It or Not.
Yeah!
For the first time in history, we saw a rookie quarterback lead his team to the Super Bowl. He ultimately fell short in the big game. But, Schrager, believe it or not, based on everything you've seen, this kid is a legit franchise.
You know, I know that they didn't win the Super Bowl, but the fact that they even got there speaks volumes about what he brings to a franchise, speaks volumes about his leadership. And look, that's a guy that I want on my team being the face of the team for the next 10 years.
Nate, believe it or not, franchise guy?
Look, at the beginning of the year, nobody thought these guys would be Super Bowl contenders. Oh, and this dude, yeah, he was a difference maker. So yeah, I believe.
Nate, you know I want to disagree with you badly. I can't. I was reluctant to hop on the bandwagon. I'm not a bandwagon guy.
Yep.
After what he just did, what can I do? I'm on, and I cannot wait for year two.
Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready.
The Bills are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Sorry for any offensive imagery or anything like that or names.
Start your week by installing your game plan.